Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we are looking at a dark brown ink. This one is from Birmingham Pen Company, Tailings Pond. Thanks goes out to Gary and Kathy Scott for providing the sample for this review. How is everyone doing today? But first we're going to share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. At this time, I would encourage you to share this with your friends so that they can also come and hang out with us too. So, what is new? Tell me all of the things. What are you guys having for dinner? I'm going to share this with all of our social medias. Alright. We're all shared out. That is most excellent. Alright. Let's do this thing. Let's see. This is today's ink. There's our comparison panel. Turn some lights on so you can see. It is a fairly dark brown ink. Almost black. It is so close to being black that I definitely would consider it a black ink, and it's totally feathering into this paper. Here's our ink swatch and water resistance test shows it might be able to be used on the outside of an envelope, except for the fact that do I have the picture for show and tell? Yep. Except for the fact that when you look at the splotch when it's wet, it's very dark. Something to consider. But I might totally consider using this on the outside of an envelope. Toilet paper chromatography shows that there's dark brown, and then there's a yellow ink in there, and maybe even just the tiniest hint of like a burnt orange. Interesting. I wasn't expecting yellow at all. And here is our ink painting of the day. Today's pen is the Waterman 12. Let's do a little calligraphy and see how she do. This is Alright, let's see how it tracks. Unless you go really fast with feed that can't keep up, then keeps up pretty well. Maybe not too fast. So, plus the Waterman 12 has that crazy spoon feed, which I wish all fountain pens would have, but I'm not going to complain. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's do some paper review, shall we? Put our little finger cut on. Hi Kathy, how are you doing today? Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Alright, this is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. There is no feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting there. Alright, this is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, heavy ghosting. Moleskin 70 GSM, feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Field Notes Journal. Again, feather like a chicken, bled to the page. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excuse me. Leuchtturm 1917. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. This is Midori MD paper. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. 52 GSM Tomaway River. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Airlight 75 GSM. No feathering. Tiny little bleed through right there. A little bit of ghosting. Office Depot Office Max. Feather like a chicken. Blood to the page. The Journal from the Dollar Tree. No feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. This is Caliber Soft Journal. Feather like a chicken. Blood to the page. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of feathering. Bleeding and ghosting. Marmon Nemosiny 80 GSM dot grid. Just the tiniest bit of wiggle. No bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford Optic Paper 90 GSM. Feather like a chicken. Blood to the page. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. Little bit of spread, bleeding and ghosting. Archer and Olive notebook paper, 160 GSM. Tiniest bit of spread. No bleeding, bare. Oh, a little bit of ghosting right there. First one that's bled through. Up and Up Wide Rolled Composition Book from Target.com. Barely any feathering. A little bit of tiny bit of micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red Composition Book from Staples.com. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a lot bit of ghosting. Apricot Notebook, 81.4 GSM paper. A little bit of spread, a little bit of heavy ghosting right there. Ooh, a little bit of bleed through actually. First one. Pelican Hub notebook paper. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the Nanami 7 Seas, 68 GSM, Tomoe River. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Sanzan Tomoe River. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. CVS Caliber notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. 5-star notebook paper. A little bit of feathering, bleeding and ghosting. Pen and Gear heavyweight notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I like that paper so far. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. One little tiny feather right there. No bleeding, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Aqua Bee cross-section pad. A little bit of spread. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia dot pad, 80 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. J&B copperplate graph pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. I don't see any feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. And last but not least, Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. A little bit of feathering, bleeding and ghosting. Okay, let's take a look at the comparison panel. See where this implies. Let's just take a quick look at our calendar so far. Hi, Wumble Bumblebee. How are you doing today? Did you get the document that I sent you? Our calendar's looking pretty full up so far. We've only got a week and 2 days to go. Well, a week and 3 days. 1, 2, 3. So, and then we'll be into December. I can't believe it. I did, but I haven't opened it yet. Okay, that's perfect. I am finally getting my blood pressure under control, and I am feeling much better. Today's blood pressure was... Today's blood pressure was 146/98. Better than yesterday and the day before, so that's good. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna consider this a brown or a black, but it's definitely a dark ink. So we're gonna go through some what is normal. Optimal normal is between 130 and 140 over 85 to 90. But ideal is like 120 over 80. So, and hypertension stage 1 is 160 over 100, all the way up to 180 over 110, and then 200 over 120 is like not good. It's like you're gonna have a stroke and die. So this is Birmingham Tailings Pond next to... Okay, I'm clearly way off base. I think that this ink actually has darkened since I made the swatch, because when I first made the swatch, it looked like a dark brown ink. I think this might have some sort of oxide in it, which darkens an ink. Yeah, this is definitely a black ink. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into the darker browns. Sepia black is kind of there. Whaleman sepia is pretty dark. Rohrer and Klinger sepia is pretty dark. Beaver Dam brown's kind of dark. Now we're lightening up. Chocolate's kind of dark. Becky is kind of dark. Summer Solstice is kind of dark. Winter Spice is even kind of dark. Chocolate Pudding is kind of dark. Cuttlefish Brown is very dark. Okay, those are all of the browns. I do want to take a peek at some black inks, because this is very reminiscent of black. So let's see. No. These are like my purple black inks. Alright. This motor oil is pretty close. I'm going to bump up the lighting so we can see the subtle differences. Jet black is actually kind of close. Parker black is kind of close. Sailor black is kind of close. Malta Grappa dark gray is kind of close. And Zarigokuro is kind of close. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? Are you guys thinking thoughts about getting this super dark brownish blackish ink? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, please check out my new website. Join the calligraphy class, join our Discord, and if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order, check the link in the description to Pen Boutique. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. The Chrome Super Autumnal. The toilet paper is, yeah, super autumnal, yes, very much so. Alright, and I will be back in a super short amount of time to do a Bujo setup video, because I totally forgot to do one yesterday. Again, so, thanks for watching, have a great day. Oka love you, bye.